Well, guys, this is Derek with Absolute Tech, and I came across this software that I found that I think is going to help you guys a lot if you guys are installing Windows 11 on new builds, even used builds. I mean, if you've already been, you know, running Windows 11 for a while, this will help if you've never done anything like this. This is the VM that I'm running. So this is a brand new install. This has had literally nothing done to it. But I just want to show you how much difference is. This is called Chris Titus Toolbox application. And what it does is it debloats Windows, takes a lot of the crap off there. Like, let me explain, is like all this extra stuff that you don't need, some stuff, all this extra stuff down here you don't need, and if we go into the task manager and, oops, say if we go into the um, task manager here and look at it and just simply look at the process it's running. And I mean, like I said, this is a brand new build with nothing installed, nothing running, and I have 119 processes running just right off the get-go. And there's nothing even, and we're using 1.7 gigabytes of RAM. So, and that's, I mean, this ain't too bad, especially if you guys obviously have other applications running. But for a fresh install, it's not great. I think if I remember right, I've done this before, and I'm pretty sure I could have done it like 80, which is quite a bit less. And it's a lot easier on you, and a lot less RAM too. A lot easier on the um, the processor, and everything in the RAM. So if you double click or left click the start button, you're going to come up with terminal. And don't get scared because this is pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. We're going to hit this. We're going to hit yes. It's got to be the administrator one. Okay. All right. So we're going to copy and paste. And, well, since it ain't going to let me do it into here, we're just going to straight Google this from uh, Google. So you're going to say, because this, and I'd like to show you guys this guy's website. It's actually really nice. If you go to Chris, and I hate Edge, but it's here for now. Chris Titus Tech. If you go to this brings you to his webpage, okay? And this guy, I mean, he knows way more than I do. He's a great YouTuber. I've actually learned a lot from this guy. But if you go down to Debloat Windows, I believe it's going to be in here. Let me make sure. Well, let's just type it in there so we could find it. So we just type in Debloat. Okay, so we're even using Bing, which is awful, awful. And right here it is. And this link, this will be down in the description as well. So you guys won't even have to go here. But I do recommend checking out Chris Titus. He knows his stuff about computers. So if we go back to the terminal, we're gonna paste. Why? Yes, turn this on, I guess, and yes, we're gonna paste that. Okay. So at this point, all you got to do is hit enter. And this, I'll put this in the link in the description, so you guys won't even have to look for the page or anything like that. But all you got to do at this point is copy, paste, and then hit enter. It's going to run some scripts. It's going to install Chocolatey, and you're going to have to hit yes. So are you sure you want to proceed? And that's fine. Chocolatey is like, it's like just what allows this application to run. It takes a second. Here, we're going to go ahead and close out Edge because it is awful. Awful, awful, awful. Okay, and then we get this application that shows up here. So if you're on a brand new build, okay, and this is where this is great. He has included all these applications, all you got to do is check it. So say we want to install Chrome. Well, let's actually do Chrome. We're just going to hit install. And it's going to work back here on the terminal. It's going to install Chrome right back here on the back. And you can do this anytime you like or later or new. I mean, this greatly has sped up me working on computers. Uh, Everything's just right there for me. So it's starting to install the package. And I'm going to give it a few minutes. I might speed this up if it takes too long. And it's taking a little longer than I thought that it would. And right there is Chrome. And it is installed. And that's it. That's it. That's how we're getting Chrome installed. Don't have to go to the web page, and we can click multiple things here that you guys might be interested in. Um, and just hit install. And it installs them all for you. So that page, just get that one out of the way. Let's go to tweaks. Okay, this is the one that's important. So if you guys are on a desktop, click desktop. If you guys are on a laptop, click laptop. Minimal, like the lace things, and then clear, obviously. So I'm going to click desktop because I'm on a desktop. I'm on a desktop right now, and we're going to create a restore point. Run oh no, and telemetry is like them actually kind of, in a way, tracking you. So it's actually a good thing. Disable Wi-Fi sense, disable activity history, disable location tracking, disable home group. I mean, it just disables a lot of things that I don't like. And you can just turn dark mode on from right here. You can also put in a performance profile, as in, so like if you're playing games or running games a lot, you can just run that, and it'll put it into a more power mode. But if you're on a laptop, you obviously don't want that because you want to preserve power. And like over here, we're disabling power throttling, enabling number lock on startup if you're on a full keyboard here, and then you even have DNS. So a lot of you don't probably know what DNS is, but DNS is like changing your router's DNS to load pages quicker. I mean, you got Google's Cloudflare's. Cloudflare's probably um, Cloudflare and OpenDNS is probably one of the better ones. Google's great too. And then after you get this done, all you do is hit run tweaks. Install process is currently running. All right, guys, I had a little bit of an issue with my VM, but we're back up and running. So quickly though, we'll go back into the tweaks, and I'm just going to select desktop. I kind of went through all these just a second ago, and we're going to turn the dark theme on. We'll go ahead and add this profile just because. I want to remove Cortana. I want to remove all the Microsoft Store apps. Um, I want to show my file extensions. And I'm going to set this to a Google, well, let's do Cloudflare. Not that one, Cloudflare. And we're going to hit run tweaks. And what we're going to see here is it's all going to be ran in the background. So then it's just removing all the, like the default apps that nobody probably ever uses. And if you, by the way, I want to make this clear. Um, if you do use these apps and say you use one of them, you can remove it and then go back in there and just download that specific one that you want. And none of this stuff is permanent either. Everything we're doing here is completely reversible. That's another reason why we did a restore point. So, and then it says tweaks are finished here. Okay. And that is it. And we got a config. And see right here is like legacy features, like the old Windows 10 control panel, the network connections, the power panel. These are like old. So sometimes these don't always work. But like if you want to set up auto login, so like if you just want to turn your computer on and go straight to your login, you can click that right there. You can just reset the Windows update and system corruption scan. And there's been nothing that I have found that just does not work with this. I mean, this thing is awesome. And like I have played around with this so much. I did not create this. I just want to make sure. I want to give credit to Chris Titus Tech. He has a YouTube channel. He created him and his team, and this is a great tool. And then on like updates, so this is default. This is how your Windows updates, just how it is defaultly. This is security updates only. And if you read through there, it's probably it will delay feature updates by 2 years and install security updates every 4 days after 4 days after release. So I'd recommend this one for most people. So it's not you're not getting, corruption updates because that does happen. And then disable all updates. So this completely just disables completely everything forever. It will not come back. You will not get updated. And that is it, guys. The other thing I wanted to show you real quick is we can just close this down. I'm not gonna. I mean, we could click that. This says update. Um, Let me see if I can get back to the PowerShell, and then we're going to close this out. So that closes down. Um, and I'm going to go ahead and restart this and show you the some of the changes that it made quickly. And shouldn't take too long. This VM's a lot quicker than the other one. The one I was using that just crashed on me. Parallels is much better. We're back. We're gonna hit close. We're gonna hit close. We're gonna hit yes, and we can go back into like our um, task manager and go over here and look. We are down to 83, 81. So we have gotten rid of so much bloat and junk on the computer that just did not need to be there. You know what I mean? And you're going to be using less RAM. If you go into here, it's all this crap's still in here, unfortunately. But all them other apps that we never use, they're gone. And you can just go over here and left click and uninstall every one of these that you don't want or don't need. And then there's that of that's just going away, and I'm just going to keep doing it until these are gone. And the control panel, you should not have too much in your control panel since this is completely brand new. Parallel, and that's it. So yeah, it uninstalls the Microsoft Drive, OneDrive, or whatever it's called. But that's another one. Hey, go check out Chris Titus Tech and check out my gaming page. It's DRock08. I'll leave the link in the description. Thank you, guys.